Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you want to know how I got this look right here, stay tuned.
I changed the weather, and I promise forever.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to do a story time while I do these bohemian braids with curls. So I used to live in this apartment. I'm not going to say any names, but this place was filthy. Like, I mean, nasty. The complex was always trashy. There were a lot of gun violence and police raids. So it was terrible for me and my kids to live there. I dreaded coming home. Like, every time I pulled up, you just see everyone sitting on the steps. Like, it was that bad. Y'all know like how the steps lead up into the apartment. It's like an open apartment type of situation, if you know what I'm talking about. Before you get to your apartment door, it's open steps. So basically everybody's outside, and they're always outside on the steps. So it made it harder for us to get in and out of our apartment because they were on the steps. Then they all up in your business, looking in your grocery bags, talking about, y'all got something for me in there? Like, no. In order for me to even get in my house, I had to say excuse me so many times just to get them to move off the steps. That's not even the worst part. They on the steps smoking real good, like smoking all up in my kid's face as we're like walking by. The disrespect, like, I mean, come on. And I lived on the first floor, and the neighbor above me kept flooding my apartment. You can literally see water coming from the ceiling, which led to mold in the apartment, which we had to deal with. And since we were cramped in this 3-bedroom apartment with my 5 kids, at this point, I'm ready to move. So to make a long story short, I got a chance to move, and I specifically asked the apartment manager, what's the process of me moving out? She told me it's like the usual. Make sure that your apartment is clean, give me a 30-day notice, and drop the keys off to the rental office. So I'm like, okay, cool. Once I moved, I sent an email to the apartment manager giving her my brand new address and asking for my security deposit back. Months go by, and I don't hear nothing back about my security deposit. So I called the rental office, and she's not answering. So I called again, but from my husband's phone, and now she want to pick up. Like, what, you got my number programmed? Like, what's going on? Why aren't you answering for me, but you're going to answer for a random number? So when I finally got to her, she acting all surprised, like, oh, you didn't get your security deposit back? I'm like, no. And she goes, well, everything looks good on my end. Nothing should be stopping you from getting your security deposit back. So now this is when the problem begins. I never received my security deposit. So I reached out to a lawyer. I then explained the situation to my lawyer, and he even tried reaching out to the property owner, and he didn't get a response back also. So now we got a case on our hands, and I'm about to take them to court. At this point, I'm suing. I had a court date set and everything. Because first of all, they didn't give me my security deposit back. Explanation as to why I'm not getting it back within 45 days. So that's where they messed up. Then they're going to have the nerve to send me a check that was less than my security deposit amount, attached with a ledger stating why I didn't receive my security deposit. Like, too late, don't try to fix it now. And then on top of that, that's not even my security deposit amount. So what are you doing? But anyway, the ledger that they sent me said a whole bunch of nonsense like late rent, damage to the walls, and tenant did not give notice to move. And mind you, when I called her and I told her that I was moving and what's the process, I gave her my 30-day notice. Like, what is she saying? And I was never late on my rent. I had receipts to prove my rent was paid on time. There were no damages done, and I have a video to prove that. Stay tuned. I'm going to drop my move out video soon. But anyway, we ended up settling before my trial date, and I got 3 times the amount I was owed, plus lawyer fees and pain and suffering. Anyway, moral of the story is never let anybody get over on you, no matter what position or job title they have, because you're just as good as them. And always keep your receipts. On that note, be fierce, live through your pain, and embrace your beauty. Bye.